ENSO is an abbreviation for El Nino Southern Oscillation, and it's a form of natural climate variability. But what exactly does that mean? Unlike climate change, the El Nino Southern Oscillation would still occur with or without the presence of humans influencing our climate system. ENSO is a very important and interesting phenomenon that occurs over the Pacific Ocean, but has impacts that extend across the entire United States. It's broken down into two phases, its warm phase called El Nino and its cool phase called La Nina. ENSO fluctuates between these two phases very irregularly every 2 to 7 years, and the results are measurable changes in ocean surface temperature, wind, and precipitation patterns. El Nino, the warm phase of ENSO, relates to the warmer than average ocean surface temperatures over the central and eastern Pacific Ocean, while La Nina, the cool phase of ENSO, relates to the cooler than average ocean surface temperatures in that region. So you might be asking what changes occur during each phase of ENSO. Well, during the El Nino warm phase, the surface winds that blow westward across the equatorial Pacific are weaker than average. Because of the weakened winds, there is less upwelling along the eastern Pacific Ocean. And upwelling is just the movement of colder water from deeper down in the ocean towards the surface. The decrease in upwelling of cold water means that the ocean's surface temperature warms. During the La Nina cool phase, the opposite happens. The winds across the equatorial Pacific are stronger than average, and because of the stronger winds, you have increased upwelling of cold water and a cooling of the ocean surface temperatures in the region. As of now, the reason for the change in wind speed that causes ENSO is still a bit unclear, but the impacts that each phase of ENSO has on average weather conditions are recognizable. The influence of ENSO is strongest during winter in the US, impacting temperature and precipitation patterns across the country. The average El Nino weather pattern looks a bit like this, with the subtropical jet stream, not to be confused with the polar jet stream, set up in a sort of blocking pattern over the Gulf states. Warmer conditions extend over much of the northern US, and cooler and wetter conditions tend to exist across the southern US states. What is most important to know about these weather features is the blocking jet stream over the southern US. This is important because during the summer months and we get into the hurricane season in the Atlantic basin, this often causes fewer hurricanes to develop. The reason for this is the increased change in wind direction or wind speed with height, otherwise called wind shear. This wind shear can make it difficult for tall thunderstorms to develop and organize into a hurricane, because the high level winds of the subtropical jet stream can hinder their vertical development. During a La Nina phase, the typical weather pattern over the US looks like this. The polar jet stream dips southward into the US, bringing cooler temperatures into the northeast and warmer temperatures into the south alongside drier conditions. Because of the fact that the Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean basin in the world, it greatly influences global average temperature. Coincidentally, many of the warmest years occur during El Nino phases, and the coldest ones occur during La Nina phases. If you like this video, be sure to click the like button and check out my other videos. If you want to learn more, check the description for useful links to articles and information about ENSO. See you in the next video.